condense some of the stops into half an hour. So some of the stops might be a little longer, but we're going to have less walking. But so right now we're in the Johnson Center, which is the center of campus. Whether you look on a map and you realize it's the center of campus with every building around it, or as you can see, it is packed in here right now. You probably can't find a table. It's lunchtime in the JC. You're not going to be able to find a table. It's always just packed. You have all the different activities in here. You have clubs that will have meetings. So I'll start with on this floor first. So as you guys can see, this is the food court. This is our second major dining area on campus. We have a large dining hall, which is in our residential area. We will pass that as we quickly go through one of our housing areas. So if you guys look at that, here as you can see, we have Burger King, we have Italian, we have a sub shop, we have Chinese, we have Indian, we have a bakery, and we have a convenience store over there, as well as a Taco Bell and a smoothie place. So that's what's available in here. You also have the bookstore, which you can get all your Mason gear as well as all your textbooks. You have 2 banks. You have our stamp shop, and over here you have the extension to our library. That's in this level. The next floor, you have the admissions office as well as the Center for Global Education, which is the study abroad office. As Jamie said, definitely look into studying abroad while you're a student here. I've already done it. It's amazing. It's a great experience, and it's definitely something that I can't stress enough. Wherever you go, look into studying abroad. On the bottom level, you have a cinema which shows second-run movies, which means they're movies that are just out of theaters but not on DVD yet, and those are free for students. You get free popcorn. It's really cool. They actually just premiered Paranormal Activity 3 there, so that was actually, the premiere was there, which was really cool because that was free for students. There was a huge line to get in, but definitely awesome. Also, you have a coffee shop down there because, as you'll notice on any college campus, there will be a lot of coffee shops. You drink way too much coffee in college. There's also WGMU radio station downstairs, which is our radio station on campus that is student run. So if you come to Mason, you can actually be on the radio for everybody in the world to hear, being you can hear it on the internet. So that's pretty cool. Do you guys have any questions about anything in here? Anything in this building? All right, follow me.
Which one? Oh.
Frank, you like that?
Yeah. You don't. You should get it. You should have been your phone.
Well,
I mean,
like bacon.
Alright, so I'm going to condense our large academic building stop into this stop right here. So unfortunately we're not going to go all the way down there, but we have a whole bunch of academic buildings down that way. So I'll just go over them because a lot of them are really cool and definitely you might want to hear about them. The first one I'll talk about is the engineering building. That's our newest building on campus. It opened the fall of last semester, and that building is brand new. It's very sustainable. It is LEED certified. It's if you go into that building on a really sunny day, in the afternoon. The whole front facade is all naturally lit, so you don't even need lights on in the whole front part of the building. Also in that building, as Jamie talked about, in the info session, you have leasing space that offices lease. Some companies such as Norfolk Grumman and Volkswagen are two of the major companies that have offices in there, and that means there are students for internships for students right on campus, which is amazing. So if you're interested in engineering and there's an internship you want that's right here, that's an advantage that a lot of colleges can't offer. The next building I'll talk about is Research One. And that building is actually a building that doesn't have any classroom space in it. It's solely dedicated to academic research. But once again, that's another opportunity. Students that's right here on campus. That means you'll be able to take part in academic research in many different departments. And I actually get emails all the time from my department, and I'm government, talking about research that I can take part in to apply. So it's just another opportunity. So when you're applying for jobs, you can have a chance to have some professional experience that you might not have if you don't take it, or if you go to another college that might not have as many research opportunities. We also have a brand new art and design building opened a couple years ago. So if there are any art and design major, there are studios, labs that are brand new, state of the art. So it's another brand new opportunity right here on campus, as well as another new building. I'll just quickly explain. Usually we go there so you don't get to see it. There's basically we call it the new quad. It's a whole like quad area that's built around, because a whole bunch of new academic buildings are built around it, and they're all, I like to say, post Final Four, because they've all been built since we were in the Final Four. Just some of them were planned before, but it shows that we're really having new buildings built, and it's a great opportunity for students on campus. But there's the other building is Innovation Hall. That's one of the most innovative classroom buildings on the East Coast. The lecture halls all have outlets built right into the seats, so you're not going to have your laptop go dead during a lecture. And all the classrooms all have computers built into each workspace, which is really cool, because if you're working on, let's say, an English paper in that building and you're in class, which is what my English class did, is we actually worked on our papers with the professor. The professor could go on a computer with us at the same time from her workstation, which is a really helpful opportunity. Also in all the new classrooms, all the classroom space, it's not like desks, it's like they're like long tables, and then you have like office chairs, so it's just really comfortable, and I like to point that out. The other building that you can't see from here is far away is the Patriot Center. That is where our men's basketball team plays. Men's basketball is obviously a really big deal here on campus. It's my favorite thing on campus. I go to every game. I'm always like one of those crazy people. If you ever watch a Mason basketball game on TV, that you like see in the first couple of rows, like just going absolutely crazy. But we also have a lot of concerts and events in there. You have some that are just here right now. There's Disney on Ice. Obviously, you guys might not be as interested, but there are surprisingly a lot of students who go to that. But let's talk about some performances that have played there. Last year we had Wiz Khalifa, we had Tess Myers, he's from SNL. We are going to have Russell Brand in a couple weeks. We were going to have Drake until he canceled his whole tour, and so he's not going to be here. But all those events had like student tickets for $10. So another one was Kid Cudi was here last year. I saw him for $5. So there's opportunities available on campus that are just really cool. So if you come to Mason, you'll have those opportunities. The other thing that's down there, if you see the path that people are going to over there, that's where our shuttle stop is. You have shuttles that go all over the Fairfax area. You have shuttles to the Metro. Those run all day and late into the evening. On weekends, they run until 3:45 a.m. So you can go to DC and then come back and still make it without having to take a cab or anything. And that's all free for students. We have shuttles to shopping malls. We have shuttles all over Fairfax. So that's just an opportunity for students. Right, the last building, which is right over there, is Enterprise Hall, and that is home to our School of Management, which is our business school, and that's one of our most competitive programs. It's a two-step program, so you have to apply to get into the university, you have to take classes, and then once you've finished your core requirements, you apply into the School of Management, as well as our Honors College, which is something you apply into when you're filling out your application. And when you have your application to Mason, as long as you apply to December 1st, you have to check off a box, and you have one additional essay which gets you consideration for merit-based scholarships, which are they're pure scholarships, they're pure grants, no loans that the admissions office gives out, so you can simply apply for those, no problem, as well as the Honors College through that application. Do you guys have any questions? Alright, so right here where we are right now, I'll just point out, this is academic row, this row right here. This is from right down there all the way to the building over there. That's where almost all our academic buildings are. So some schools you'll have long walks. You're not going to have that here at Mason. I think I actually have the farthest classroom to classroom walk for one of my classes on Tuesdays, and the longest walk it takes is like 8 minutes. Some schools you have like 20-25 minute walks to get from one end of campus to another. You don't have that here at Mason. It's just an advantage. This building here is the Science and Tech 1 and Science and Tech 2. Science and Tech 2 houses our communications department. Science and Tech 1 houses many of our College of Science departments. We'll have a lot of science classes and math classes in here. All right, so any questions, or should we move on? All right, let's move on. Stop. So, welcome to North Plaza. It's this area right here. As you can see, there are always different events that go on here. There was an event here yesterday. There was a huge admissions open house. You always have different, there are a lot of times a lot of fun things here, fundraisers, giveaways. You'll have things like here, Skull Candy was here last year. They gave out free headphones. There were long lines for that, I remember that. But it's just always an interesting time here. You also have some interesting things, as this is one of the free speech zones in the state of Virginia. It means you can come here and say whatever you want without any permit, or there can be demonstrations. So you'll have a lot of interesting speakers here. So some of it's a little controversial, but it's still fun to see. So right here, I'll quickly point out this building. This is David King Hall. It is home to the ologies, so anthropology, sociology, psychology, classes like that. A lot of them will take place in this building. Just a thing to point out. Right here is Robinson Building, Robinson A and Robinson B. That is where a lot of our College of Humanity and Social Science departments are home, as well as the nursing department. So if you're a nursing student, almost all of your classes will take place here. So also a cool thing I'd like to point out about this building is the first Komodo dragon born in captivity in the USA, or not in the USA, anywhere, was born in this building. We like to highlight that because that shows our partnership with the Smithsonian Institution, and if you're interested in natural sciences, especially animal sciences, you will have a chance, if you want to work with the Smithsonian, you can apply to do research with them, which you're not going to have at a lot of colleges. That's the strength of being right in the DC area, so that is a very cool thing. As you can see here, once again, we're at the Johnson Center. We kind of just did a little loop around. I'll quickly talk about dining right here. How dining works is we have over 30 dining options on campus. We have Southside, which we'll quickly go by in a little bit. Down there, that is our main dining hall on campus. We have the Johnson Center in Student Union building, which we'll see in a little bit. There is our third food court, which contains a Chick-fil-A and a coffee shop and a Simply To-Go stand, which is all prepared to-go items, as well as our sports bar on campus, which a lot of students, especially on Sundays, will go to because people like to watch football games. It's a really cool time there. You also have coffee shops all over. We now have a Red Mango frozen yogurt and Auntie Anne's pretzels on campus. And as well as we're going to be getting an Einstein's Bagel, a Panda Express, and a Subway all in the coming year. So those are just some of the dining options we have on campus. With meal plans, if you're a student living on campus, especially your freshman year, you are required to have one of two meal plans. You can even either have the traditional weekly meal plan, which is you have a certain amount of meals per week, which you use them or lose them, so you can have anywhere from 10 to 19 and you just have to use them all. Or you can have a block meal plan, which is just a certain amount of meals per semester, anywhere from 100 to 230. So that's how that works. Once you become an upperclassman, or if you're a student off campus, you can have voluntary meal plans, which are a lot less, as well as freedom meal plans, which is just a certain dollar for dollar purchasing power. Do you guys have any questions about any of the meal plans or any of these buildings? Nothing? Alright, follow me.
What are their majors? Like, how many do you have and what are they?
I think he listed them in the information section, so there are a lot. Which one are you?
He talked about engineering. He didn't talk about...
Which one are you interested in?
I wanted to know about the performing arts and... Yeah.
What
You could
program?
probably help with performing arts.
We actually have a great performing arts program. I know I have, like, are you talking about like dance or theater or music? Alright, so our dance and theater, I actually have friends who do both. Our dance program is actually one of the best in the country. It's really competitive to get into. Our theater program also really good. I have one of my friends that's theater. That program is not as competitive, but you'll see it at the last stop. We have a brand new performing arts center, the Delaski Performing Arts Center, and it's, fortunately we don't get to go through it, but it's beautiful inside. All the studios are amazing. So definitely something to look at. Definitely go on the website if you're interested. You'll see a lot of info about it, more than I know offhand about performing arts. So you're welcome. But they're definitely some of our top programs.
Oh, this looks like the buildings look like the boot camp, baby.
Stop right here for closing portion of the smaller, much smaller. Two freshmen. Actually, I'll go to renovate. So welcome to University Commons. This is one of our 2 freshman housing areas on campus. This is actually the smaller one of our housing areas, as well as this area is going to be renovated. I like to point out all of these buildings are going to be closed next semester. All of these students are going to be moved to our brand new dorm, which is just opening, because these are going to be totally gutted and renovated, which means when you come as a student a couple years from now, you'll be in some of the newest freshman housing in the state of Virginia, which is an awesome opportunity. The way housing works is you are assigned into a double, triple, or quad room. Basically, double and triples are the same size. You get to choose. Some people like a triple because it's less money, and then the quads are 2.5 times the size of a double. So if you actually want the most space per person, you choose a quad. Roommates are either assigned randomly, or if you know somebody, you can choose to be with them. So that's how that works. And if you do ever have any problems with roommates or housing, the housing staff here is great. They'll actually move you fairly quickly. Usually it can be done within 72 hours, maybe a week if it's a longer case, or they have to find you something. But that's how housing works. Also, your floors are for the most part co-ed. Rooms are not. Every floor will have 2 bathrooms, 1 guys, 1 girls. They're cleaned once a day, sometimes on occasion twice. So it's not usually something to worry about. I actually was in a housing without a communal bathroom last year as a freshman. I was put in different housing, and I actually wish I had a communal bathroom because I had to clean my bathroom all the time, and really it gets old after a while, and if I had my bathroom cleaned, it would have been good. So that's how that works. With housing with amenities, in your room you are allowed to bring a fridge and a microwave. You can rent one from the university, but I will tell you on my own personal experience, don't. You pay more for the rental than you actually do buying a microwave and a fridge every year, so don't do that. In your room you get cable TV, that's included for free, and that includes HBO and HD channels, which is awesome. So that's pretty great. We have a special gaming network. So if you have like an Xbox and want to play Xbox Live, we have a dedicated network for that. So as well as laundry, I'd like to quickly talk about, that's included. So you don't have to bring quarters, which none of you guys probably realize, but that gets really expensive. I was at a summer program at a university in Canada this summer, and I had to pay for laundry all the time, and it got really expensive. So here it's a lot cheaper, or it's built into the cost of tuition, but it's not a cost that you have to deal with during the year as a student, so that's really great. Do you guys have any other questions about housing? All right, if that's all said, follow me.
Set up that part out. Hey, look at those. Art on the building. I saw it.
We're not going to all the places they would usually take us because we're not late.
You want to know about Mason?
Hmm?
If you guys have any questions, anything you guys want to know about Mason? So how many other schools are you guys visiting?
Just one. Mary Washington.
That's in Fredericksburg, right?
What?
He wouldn't go there.
Yeah. He's a little mad. It's a lot. Dang it. But then another. Look at the green
So, welcome to the quad area right here. I'll quickly just give a very brief overview of these buildings. That right there is the library. That is where we have over 1 million volumes. It is has a wealth of resources for students. We also are part of the DC Interlibrary Loan System, DC Consortium, which has 11 other colleges and universities in the DC area. Georgetown, George Washington, American are part of that. And that also takes place for classes too. So you can take up to 12 credits while you're at Mason at any of the other consortium schools if there's a class we don't offer at Mason. So I actually have a friend, he's taking Persian at Georgetown. Just an example, we don't have it here, so he's taking it there, and it's all that built into the cost, so it's not going to cost you any extra, it just costs normal tuition. Right over there is, I just like to point out, that's Spirit Row. They're all different benches painted by a selection of almost 300 student organizations. Those vary from Greek life to the Quidditch team to multicultural organizations to our underwater hockey team to political societies to really everything you can think of. And you can actually start your own student organization. All it takes is 7 signatures. So a friend and to find a faculty advisor. So it's really simple. I'm actually starting one right now for my job. Right there, Student Union Building 1, that is where our third food court is. That's where the Chick-fil-A is, and that's where our sports bar is. It's also where Student Health Services is. So if you need a doctor on campus, that's where you would go. You guys have any other questions before we head to the last stop? All right.
I feel like a fabulous. I am.
That'd be nice. Can we meet the basketball team, please?
Are we on what for? I'm gonna eat here.
What? I'm about to get in front of the camera, Miss Nail, since you ignoring me. I'm about to be the star. Oh, wait. What? I don't know. Why is that formation? The hair is clear. Wow. Look at him out. Yeah, I know. See, it's on your hair. But it wasn't over. Alright, I can still mind when she's at that one. I picked her before. When we had name problems, yeah, I picked her. My name hit him actually. But I could have been Amber. Here, I'm Mary Alice. Huh? That really fit you actually. This is a shirt of mine.
I'm not sure who entered a dead zone who probably me.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So, I'm pulling the door open, but I'm realizing
So if you guys want to come around, just don't step on the plaque. Bad luck. So as long as you don't step on the plaque.
Justin.
Don't step on the plaque, guys. So, welcome to the statue of George Mason. He is dressed up this week for some event from something. You'll see him a lot of times dressed up by different organizations. He'll be dressed up for the start of basketball season. We'll put him in a basketball jersey. So it's just a meeting point on campus. It's a store, so you'll see a lot of different spirit and pride based with George. So right here, we just quickly like to talk about my. Sorry, I didn't know what I'm saying. So this is where I like to tell my Mason story. This is where I like to just quickly tell why I came to Mason. The last part of the tour basically done. I wanted to be in the Washington, D.C. area. I looked at every D.C. school, and I really fell in love with Mason. I just fell in love with the community, the way we're right outside of D.C. Right outside of D.C., we have really every opportunity that you could have in the city, but we also have a tight-knit community, as well as all the advantages of being in Northern Virginia as well. So that's why I'm here at Mason, and I just want to thank you guys for your attention. I guess our time's up, but if you guys have any questions or if you guys need to be taken anywhere, I'd be happy to. But that's it, so thank you guys very much.